conflict recalled from elsewhere, but tonight this is about Wales' date with destiny. Croatia make 3 changes to the side that surprisingly lost at home to Turkey on Thursday and actually made Wales' job a lot more difficult. So they've got Dominic Livakovic in goal, Krosovac, Josip Juranovic, Damagoj Vida. They come in alongside Jasko Gvardiol, the Manchester City player, and Borna Barisic. In midfield, the famed trio of Luka Modric, the captain, Marcelo Brozovic and Mateo Kovacic. And up front, Peter Musa, Josip Brakalo and Lovro Maia, who comes in. The referee is David Massa from Italy. It's Croatia to kick off. It's actually Wales to kick off. There we are. David Brooks will get the first touch, runs to the centre of the centre circle, and we are about to get underway at the Cardiff City Stadium. It's knockout football now for Wales as they seek to qualify for another European Championship. So already Wilson picks up a Kiefer Moore flick. Wales have it down there. Left hand side, Davis is high, little touch from Wilson to Nico Williams, who's around the back, cross into the middle, and first touch from Livakovic, who is equal to the task. Nathan Blake and Simon Church alongside us here on BBC Radio Wales at 5 Sport Extra.
Yes, good evening all. Good start from Wales, Rob. Nice high tempo, just what you want to see. Decent ball in from that left hand side from Nico, but just wasn't deep enough. Could afford to be almost overhit that because he's trying to dig it out from the touchline. But very good start from Wales.
Wales have never beaten Croatia. This is their 8th attempt to do it, and Chris Watter's never spoken a true word. Today would be a good time to start it. Now Kiefer Moore behind the Croatia defence as Brooks follows up down the right hand side into the penalty area. David Brooks tries to get the crossover, shot for handball against Kovacic. Don't think they're going to get that. Referee motionless, but Connor Roberts is forward as well down this near side and knocks it against Barisic, and it's a Wales throw, and it'll be a Connor Roberts long throw. Simon Church.
Yeah, it's great to see the boys have started on the front foot. I think that was obviously the message, to come up and get the crowd behind you. It was a good chance as well. I think that's going to be key, getting the balls in the box for Kiefer Moore today.
Long throw from Roberts of Burnley. Ball is bouncing around that 6-yard box. Shot for handball again. But Livakovic drops on it, and it'll be a Croatia free kick, and it's 0-0 after 2 minutes.
Yeah, just come off.
I think it was Vida, wasn't it? Domagoj Vida.
He came off. Long throw just created panic. Bit of mayhem in the box.
Well, I watched the Turkey game on Thursday, and it was the pace that really got to the Croatia back line. Turkey had a pretty straightforward game plan of knocking over the top,
yeah,
which is where the goal
nice
came
football,
from.
Kept the ball well as well. Rob took pressure out of the game, took the sting out of it when needed to. I thought it was a really good performance, real professional performance from Turkey.
Gvardiol's cross-field ball is picked out by Wales, intercepted by Nico Williams, and Ben Davis drives the ball against the shins of Modric, earning his stretching his lead at the top of Croatia's all-time cap list.
Shows no sign of slowing up, Rob, either.
Well, he's only started, surprisingly, 3 games for Real Madrid this season, 4 times as substitute. I suspect one Jude Bellingham has had something to do with that. Yeah. Strong challenge by Mepham, who's fit, wasn't risked for the Gibraltar game. Big clearance by Danny Wolf from the edge of his box, flicked on by Wilson. And it'll be Juranovic of Union Berlin who gets the ball back to Livakovic, who plays his football in Turkey with Fenerbahce. Vida helps it wide to Juranovic down that right hand side, plays it infield to Meyer. Meyer ball over the top, but Ward is out quickly before Joseph Brekalo of Fiorentina can get there. Roberts slides it down the near side, the Wales right to Brooks. Brooks chips it forward, look at the Wilson, just overhit it. In fact, the cross-field ball, and Williams is in all sorts of space on that left-hand side.
Yeah, you're right, Rob. It's a good idea, though.
They've started brightly, Wales.
They have.
I think that's going to be key for us tonight, getting Harry Wilson and Brooks on the ball as much as we can. They're going to be the ones that are going to open us up. But I think tonight, especially against this back four, we're going to have a lot of runners in behind Kiefer Moore as well.
Just a reminder that Turkey are playing Latvia tonight. They could qualify tonight if Wales lose and Turkey win. It's goalless there. They kicked off at the same time. As Wales have a throw-in down their right-hand side, wearing all red. Croatia in a blue strip with blue and black checks on their sleeves.
Yeah, I thought Paisley might have gone with a back three tonight, Rob, if I'm totally honest. Really overloaded that midfield. It's kind of 4-4-2 almost, or 4-4-1-1.
Modric was trying to evade the challenge of Kiefer Moore then, who dropped into a midfield area. Croatia have the ball 10 yards inside their own half. Little ball forward for Brozovic, who now plays his football in Saudi Arabia. Ball is robbed off Brozovic though. Wilson can get forward, taken down. Referee saw it. Harry Wilson still on the deck, catching his left ankle, I think.
Yeah, that's going to be hugely important tonight, Rob. Gaining possession back as quickly as possible, because this Croatian team, they have so much experience. They are going to be up there. They're going to want to take the sting out of the game, take the sting out of the crowd, and they're so experienced. They don't get intimidated. You know, we've seen them so many occasions pull out some massive results against huge teams. So, you know, it is for Wales to have a game plan, stick to that game plan, win balls back, and then counter-attack, and use, like I said, energy and pace against this team.
Yeah, rather wasted that free kick. Ampadu drove it at Brooks, couldn't control it, and Croatia come forward from their defensive positions. Vida recalled tonight in place of Schutelo. Modric down the right side of that Welsh defence.
Yeah, she's looking at the front too, Rob. They're side by side, Wilson and Big Kiefer. And just looking at Brozovic, the 11, just dropping in the hole. They need to make sure one of them drops back onto him, just to help out the two lads in midfield.
Full touch forward, but Ampadu intervenes of Leeds United, and Brooks helps it on quickly to Moore, who's in behind the Croatian defence. Now he needs some help. Little back heel. Didn't really work. Guardiola was in the right position, the Manchester City defender, but they're showing enterprise. Simon Church.
Yeah, I think that's what we're going to have to utilise again. Keeper's made quite a few runs. Harry Wilson has looked to get it in behind as well. They're holding quite a high line, so that's going to be important for us tonight.
Barisic of Rangers.
You only need to breach that line once with a run from deep, or catch them, like we say, with a striker spinning in, whether that's Wilson or Big Kiefer. You catch them out once, and then you find it makes it easier to breach again and again.
I think tonight they've just got to be patient. I think patience is a big word. It's a big occasion. They'd want to get goals as much as they can, but I think especially people like Ben Davis, who will be in these situations before, will understand that patience is going to be key to opening them up.
Barisic chips it down the left-hand side. Mepham intercepts. Conor Roberts was caught by Barisic. In fact, he's gone to the deck as Conor Roberts, just inside the tram lines. I think the fourth official is saying to him, why didn't you drop outside? But he's not daft. Now, what a night for Harry Wilson. 50th cap, the 43rd golden cap that Wales have 43rd player to get to 50, and 10 years to the day that he made his debut in Belgium. And astonishingly, he made his debut in 2013, and his next Wales appearance came 4 years and 5 months later. Patience is a virtue, Simon Church.
Well, yeah, I played in that game that he made his debut in, and you know, it was a big game, big occasion. He came in, held his own. You could tell he had the quality at such a young age, but you know, to get to 50 caps is a great achievement, and he's got a lot more to give as well.
Well, Wales lost it, and then we're presenting it back till Barisic knocked it away from David Brooks. And I know you, like you said before the match started, you're a bit of a fan of Harry Wilson, because he's got a bit of devil in him. That's what he's like.
Yeah, I like his baby face and his innocence when he does show that bit of devil. He almost looks as if like, what, me? I never touched him. He looks like a 10-year-old, but whoa, don't get on the wrong side of him.
All right. Flying challenge by Jordan James then. Did he take that out? I think he wanted a free kick, but the Italian referee David Massa wasn't giving that.
So we're playing like a 4-4-1-1, but I'm also looking at Nico Williams' positioning, Rob. Ben Davies is tucking in to make like a third centre half, and then Nico Williams is dropping right into the back line to make a 5. And he's got his eyes on the winger. You see, so he's not engaging up high. He's just dropped in like a left back.
Davis is in the right position then to rob Croatia of possession just in front of his own penalty area. Cleared forward by Danny Ward, chested down by Moore for Brooks. Roberts plays it inside to Jordan James at Birmingham City. The championship midfield duo of James and Ampadu combining. Wales hold possession with Davis. Now Williams comes in left hand side, just inside his own half. Has to go back to Ampadu across the face of the Wales defence. Awkward for James, but Roberts will cope with that. Little flick forward for Brooks. Touches it over the top of Guardiola. Fires it out to the left hand side. Breaks to Nico Williams. Wales have got men forward. Wilson wants it. Harry Wilson. Maybe a chance of Brooks, but Croatia just scramble it clear.
Hooray from Brooksy. Hooray. What a lovely bit of skill. Bit of juggling up over the head. Fantastic, Rob.
And that's what we need as well. Raise the crowd, get the crowd behind you. That's going to lift the players.
He's just knocked it over the head of a £77 million player. Really?
But that's what he brings. He's got the confidence to come in and do things like that. He's got the quality, he's got the confidence, and that's a big bonus for us tonight.
Long ball forward, which Mepham has to deal with, and he does. Shepherds it out away from Josip Brekalo. Brooks will tear you apart again as the chant of the red ball. And the drummer's in tonight as well.
Need it all, Rob. Need it all.
You do. Rob Page was saying that yesterday and ahead of the game tonight, how important the red wall could be. Little nudge on Moore by Vidu, I think has been brought back just to deal with Kiefer Moyes, a very robust centre half.
Kiefer's got to, take that contact and go down there. Yeah. If he's flicked it on, he knows it's probably too quick for anyone to get on the end of it. Just go down, take your chance, try and buy the free kick, even though I think it was a free kick. Just put it in the referee's head.
Reminder, if Wales win tonight, because it's a big if Wales win tonight, because of the way they work the groups out, it's head-to-head rather than goal difference first, then if they win all 3 games, they knock out Croatia.
Yeah.
Lovely ball by Danny Ward to Roberts. Looks down the middle for Wilson. Modric was back there though. And Brozovic ensured Croatia keep possession. Now it's the Real Madrid maestro, Luka Modric, just inside his own half. 14 minutes gone here on Radio Wales Sport and 5 Sport Extra. It's Wales 0, Croatia 0 in this Group D Euro 2024 qualifier.
There's a holding such a high line, Rob.
Modric holding the ball.
Really squeezing the pitch. There's probably 15, maybe 20 yards between the back line and the front players there, and the front players were just over the halfway line.
Ben Davies would lead in the press then to Rob Mayer. It's with Barisic inside to Guardiol. They've had the ball in a lot of these areas just inside their own half, have Croatia, and obviously killing the sound of the crowd will be their initial plan if they can't get a goal.
Yeah, it's only going to be a matter of time before someone tries to exploit the high line Wales are holding. That is the problem at the moment. You've basically got 20 players in a space of, 25 yards end to end.
Yeah, they've got a few injuries as well. No Petkovic, no Kramaric, who scored in Split in March when Wales drew 1-1. Here come Croatia down the right hand side, clipped into the middle, half cleared, and now Ethan Amadou puts a big boot behind it. Kiefer Moore wins the flick, but Vida had dropped off before David Brooks could get to that ball.
Yeah, it's unlucky if there's a bit more on that from Kiefer Moore. That comes wider rather than more forward. But Wales do have to improve on that. When they do have regained possession, keeping the ball, it's that movement in those central midfield positions between front players, centre midfielders, and then 3, 4, 5 passes and then get it wide and move up the pitch.
Wales have ushered Kovacic off the ball then, no easy thing to do. In midfield, Wilson back to Roden. Now looks more like the Joe Roden of old. Now he's playing regularly in Leeds United's first team. Lovely flick by Moore, looking for Brooks, but Guardiol was quick enough to see that.
Yeah, I do think Wales are going to have to keep the ball a bit though, Rob. Can't score every time, think to themselves, right, we're just going to play around the corner or flick it on every time we go forward. They do have to get some possession themselves and take the sting out of the game themselves. Sometimes they need to control the tempo. Sometimes it's always Croatia at the moment.
Yeah, that's what Croatia are doing. You can tell that that's in their game plan. Try and stop them, like you said, take the sting out of the game a little bit, play at their tempo. They know they can control the game. They've got players that can stay on the ball and confident, and there's been some nice touches from Ampadu and James in the middle, but we need them to really stay on the ball and control the tempo on our side as well.
Simon Church and Nathan Blake here on BBC Radio Wales and 5 Sport Extra at the Cardiff City Stadium. A cool evening. Glad they brought a coat along. Not as thick as you boys'
I've got
coats.
the lumberjack on.
I was going to say that's a lumberjack from back in the day. Let's have one of them in Ringland.
Ringland's a part of Newport for the uninitiated. They staged the Ryder Cup there in 2005.
They did.
Next to the Celtic Manor. Brozovic switches play out to that far right. Mayer is there as well, arcing run into centre field. Now they've got men forward. Brozovic just touches it wide again. It's going into the Wales penalty area, and it's a header over the top. The first chance really for Peter Musa, the Benfica striker, who made his debut against Turkey on Thursday. Spain are 1-up against Norway, which is good news for Scotland.
Yeah, just on that occasion there, Rob, a Musa header. That's happened too many times over the course of this campaign for me, where solo strikers are getting in between the two centre halves. They've done well there because I think Roden's backed up a bit and almost put his head into the striker's face, but he needs to make sure. One of them needs to make sure, especially the back player, if you're the furthest away, you can close the distance and go forward. We can't afford to get that strike in between two centre halves. It's so dangerous.
And in the Rugby World Cup, France leads South Africa 7-0. Reminder earlier on today, England beat Fiji. And the England cricket team were beaten by Afghanistan in the Cricket World Cup. And of course Wales bowed out of the Rugby World Cup last night to Argentina. It's 0-0 here. Rob Page's side looking to carry the Welsh flag. and survive in this qualifying group. Again, nice chip away by Danny Ward. Finds Connor Roberts.
This is where we have to box clever.
Now, Jordan James knocked the ball over the top. Modric is back there. Again, Kiefer Moore was in behind that defence. Actually, there's a VAR check on the Spain goal in Norway.
You know, Kiefer Moore's got to play that role tonight. Sometimes he's going to be chasing lost causes. He's going to have to make runs where he's not going to get it. That's a great outball from James. I think there's going to be times where we're going to have to play ugly as well, turn them and get into their half.
Connor Roberts lines up a long throw. It's about 5 yards away from the line, which would stretch from the penalty area. It's a good one. He's into the 6-yard box. It's hooked on and hooked away. And it's 0-0 now, Norway and Spain. Morata's goal has been, Morata's effort has been ruled out. Big clearance by Ward, looking for more. Moore goes to ground. Doesn't feel he gets much from referees, Kiefer Moore. I suppose when you're as tall as him, you don't. News coming in from Turkey, though. Turkey are leading Latvia by 1-0. Latvia did Wales a favour on Thursday, beating Armenia. Surprise result. I've always thought they had one big game in them, but maybe not two. And they're trailing 1-0 in Turkey tonight.
Yeah, Turkey would be so confident after that result, wouldn't they? Against Croatia. Can't see anything other than the win there, Rob, if I'm totally honest.
Wales with the ball back. Ampadu floats it out towards Brooks. Brooks takes it inside. Wilson on the run forward. Oh, brought down as he went into the penalty area. It's a free kick. It's a yellow card against Vida.
Oh, Vida's a lucky man. I think there might have been another defender there. I don't think he was covering, but he might have been level. And Vida, so cynical with that challenge. Beautiful ball by Brooks. Great run by Harry Wilson, and then just a blatant.
Yeah, Guardiola was there as well, wasn't he?
Yeah, but I think that first touch, I don't think Guardiola gets there, Rob, if I'm totally honest.
It's definitely not a sending off, though.
Yeah, it's not a sending off, but it's so cynical, right? It's taking one for the team.
Yeah, he's
what we would be saying.
Yeah, just take the foul.
Yeah. But let's see if we can punish him now with this free kick, Rob.
Well, it looks like it's going to be Harry Wilson. Now, Wales are complaining that it should be inside the D, but the referee has laid a mark about a yard away from the D, but it's just slightly left of centre.
Yeah, I take it where he wants to take it. I think it's a bad position.
I think that will help him.
Yeah, absolutely. And if I'm playing now, if I'm Kiefer Moore, I'm just playing on Vida. Getting into all sorts with him.
We've seen Harry Wilson score from these distances before. The Fulham player lines up the ball. They've got Mepham in there as well. Kiefer Moore in there.
I'm going to go keeper's left, Rob. I think he's going to swaz it right across the face. Fast dash.
Nico Williams is stood there as well, but you would think he's probably the decoy.
There's only one person taking this.
Yes. And it's not Gareth Bale.
No.
I mean, this would have been banging his territory, wouldn't it? But
we look back at the moments. These are the moments that Gareth used to step up, and this is where we need someone else coming through. And I think Harry, he's got the quality to do that.
And Turkey's goal has been scrubbed out, so it's still 0-0. VAR check. Here it's 0-0, but Harry Wilson brought down for a free kick just outside the D. Hits it left footed. Oh, just wide. And I think Livakovic got a touch. He did.
Great effort, as we thought. Across the keeper. A lot of bend on his bending away from the keeper.
It's a good save, to be fair. I think
it was posting in, if I'm totally honest. Might have clipped the post and gone in. Great free kick.
First corner. Rob Page clutches his head in his hands as the corner comes in. Headed out. Wilson again. Corner from the right hand side. Floated in left footed. Brooks is across there now. They've got two balls on the pitch at the moment. That'll fool him. Wilson with this corner from the right, left-footed again. The big men are up from the back as it's chipped in. Livakovic came up but didn't get there. James heads it forward. Modric is forced back towards the corner flag but does pick out the good out ball.
Oh, that one.
And they're being pinned back on the edge of their own penalty area, but they do clear. Vida, not the best clears, but it does drop to Meyer in midfield until Jordan James gets in there. And then Brooks, twinkle toes, turns inside 4 players. Ampadu. This is good stuff by Wales at the moment. Davis goes wide to Nico Williams. Williams has a chance to charge at his man. Heads towards the penalty area. Cress in, headed away by Vida. Wales throw. Red wall start to find their voice.
Yeah, it's that tempo, Rob. Wales need to play at high tempo press. Don't give them a moment. They've sat back for 20 minutes. Now they've switched tactic. Couple of corners, free kick. Really putting the pressure on.
25 minutes gone goalless. Wales warming to their task though on a chilly evening. Roberts with a long throw from the left hand side. Meppen flicks it on. Can't find a red shirt. Livakovic clutches gratefully. It's 7-0 between France and South Africa, and it's 0-0 in Turkey against Latvia. VAR check scrubbed out the goal. 0-0 here too. And Barisic, the Rangers player, just knocks the ball out for a throw pretty needlessly. And Wales have to sustain that momentum now. Livakovic actually was at big fault for the Turkey goal, wasn't he? Came racing out of his area, didn't get there. Yilmaz did.
Got lobbed, yeah. Lovely finish, wasn't it?
It was, yeah. Brozovic cuts out the throw. This is Kovacic, hounded by Ethan Ampadu. Kovacic forces Juranovic back to his goalkeeper. Livakovic, right-footed clearance. Roden beaten in the air. Meyer comes in from the far side, but it's a scramble in that midfield. Croatia have it. Juranovic, former Celtic player, holds it up on the right-hand side. Brozovic drops short. And now Modric in the centre circle. Drifts over the halfway line. Left-footed ball forward. Picks out a man in between the Wales defenders. Juranovic is forward again. Meyer went for the return ball, but Ben Davies, the Wales captain, his 82nd cap tonight, shepherds that out for a goal kick. It's 0-0, 27 minutes gone on a tense Cardiff City Stadium night.
Yeah, very tense, Rob. And I like the fact that, like I said, Wales have seemed to switch up the last 5 minutes. A lot more pressure on the ball, pressing from the front. And I think they have to do that. They have to take some energy out of this Croatia team.
Danny Ward not playing for Leicester, but the preferred number 1 over Wayne Hennessy, who's not playing for Nottingham Forest. Ward clears long, looking for more chested down for Brooks. They're in close proximity, the Bournemouth teammates. Roberts on halfway, has to go back.
Proper centre forward play that, wasn't it?
Yeah, brilliant.
You don't see it so often now, do you? But when it's done well, and he does it well.
Well, he comes from the wrong side of the defender, so he comes off his blind shoulder. You know, ball's in the air. Defender's thinking, oh, it's going to come to me on my chest, and he just nips in front. Really good play.
We have to utilise that as well. We have to utilise that. I think that's one thing. Play to his strengths. We've got runners off him. It's a thankless task at times, isn't it?
Yeah.
Just fighting with 2 defenders, but you know, he's so good at holding that up and getting the flick ons.
You have to play 1 and 2 touch, don't you, from there as a striker? You know, if you have anything more than 2 or 3 touches, the defenders up your backside and the midfielders coming from the other side of you, makes it extremely difficult.
Nice ball by Roden, finds Wilson and Williams, runs at Juranovic. Modric there as well, leaves it to Wilson, crosses in. Connor Roberts went for it, beaten. He went a flying, but it was a brave clearance by Guardiol.
Yeah,
really put his body on the line. Robs is now in his right-sided position, but Wales are in the centre circle with Ampadu. Looks for a run.
Yeah, just keep moving the ball. Just keep moving the ball in them central midfield positions. Doesn't matter if it goes 5 yards, 2 yards.
Wilson found by Davis, edge of the penalty area, takes it on left, little back heel for Williams. Williams has a chance to cross, cuts inside, shoots. Oh, Livakovic pushes it wide. A low, rasping drive for Nico Williams, cut it on his right foot, and Wales were so close again.
They're playing brilliant, Rob. Since the 22nd minute, 7 or 8 minutes, they've really been on top. Lovely strike by Nico Williams. He thought he'd passed up the opportunity, took a second touch, a third touch, thought he was going to slip in Connor Roberts, and then unleashed a great right foot strike. Good save.
That's 2 good saves from Livakovic. Wilson with a corner from the right. Moore beyond the far post and heads it back across goal, but out for a goal kick.
Yeah, I think someone's got to be on that near post though. I'm disappointed from Kiefer. I'm not sure whether he was thinking target or just back across into an area. It looked like he had so much time. It looked like you just put it back into an area.
Yeah, that's the one, isn't it? It's difficult if you can't score, put it back into an area and expect your teammates to
gamble there.
Yeah. Going back for that piece of play again, we were more patient and we had that forward runner in Harry Wilson. I think that's going to be our game plan today. Be a bit more patient and build up, have those forward runners and play off that.
Yeah, and have that confidence to keep the ball in midfield and at the back. You know, knock it around. Have 10, 15 passes.
Oh, Modric upended by Moore. It's not a fair fight, is it? Modric and Moore.
No, one's got 6 quickly. Champions League medals.
Oh, well, yeah, absolutely. He's actually the 3rd highest capped European after Ronaldo and Sergio Ramos. He's on 169.
Just a wonderful player, Rob.
Yeah.
Just a wonderful talent.
Honestly, one of the best players I think I've ever played against.
You know, he's proved it at Real Madrid, hasn't he?
Yeah.
For years and years. I mean, we rated him at Tottenham, but what he's done since going to Madrid is just unreal.
Yeah, 5 Champions Leagues, get it right.
Oh yeah, my bad.
I mean, he'd love 6. You wouldn't rule it out this year.
Yeah. Tomato sort of thing, you know.
Who counts after 3?
Exactly. Yeah. I think Seedorf got 4 different clubs. That's some achievement too.
That is, yeah. Lucky charm. 32 minutes gone, 0-0. No luck for Wales yet in front of goal, though Dominic Livakovic has played a big part in ensuring it's still goalless as Wales seek a vital win. Remember, a win keeps them in the hunt for automatic qualification for Euro 2024 in Germany.
I don't think Modric is too happy with Brakalo there. He's staying on the line and staying with his back to goal. And Modric is clearly wanting runners in behind. I think when they get in half-time, we can see that more second half. Wales are going to have to be aware, drop at the right times.
This is Kovacic. Nowhere to go, though.
As long as there's pressure on the ball, Rob, you don't have to drop.
Second try for South Africa in the Rugby World Cup. They now lead France by 12 points to 7. Here's Guardiola, room to move forward into the Wales half. Left edge of the centre circle. Finds Brekalo. He loses it. And Williams picks out Wilson. Williams drifts wide to receive again. Wilson has to go back, forced back towards his own penalty area. Ward helps it away to Mepham on the edge of the box. Roberts inside to Brooks, not brilliant first touch. And he just ran away from him as he tried to rescue it. To be fair, it was driven at him. Oh, then he robs Modric. Still going, David Brooks. Got Kiefer Moore in front of him and not on the same wavelength.
Yeah, I think
and Vida stepped in.
I think, in fairness, I think the right ball was Brooksy down the line or out wide to Kiefer. He'd made the run. Brooksy's thinking goal, go straight towards goal.
0-0. Long ball forward, looking for Modric, but Davis is there. Nice touch by Wilson to Williams. Davis follows up. Ampadu taken from behind, and he stayed down, Ethan Ampadu. Should be okay though. I think it's just a knock. No punishment by the referee on Peter Musa. The Benfica striker. And Wales start again with Brooks, who's seen plenty of the ball. That's the way Wales want it. Now Brooks has a bit of space. Good. He's got Connor Roberts up ahead. Instead he exchanges passes with Jordan James. Simon Churchill made the point they're being patient.
Right from the very first kick-off, Rob, Barisic, the left back, wasn't sure whether to go and engage up high or sit back. And I do think we can get some joy the more we play down this right-hand side. Colin Roberts sometimes is deep in defence, and other times, like now, he's up free, up high.
He's creeping forward, he's moving inside, and Wilson has seen the run, but can't find him with a crossfield ball from the left. Scoot off his left foot and into the hands of Livakovic. He was almost creeping up, wasn't he? You could see him ducking down as if hopefully like, nobody will see him. He got a red shirt on.
The hooded claw.
The best one.
I think he'd be better coming away from it though, there, and having the space. But he's looking to get on the end of it to score.
So that's what we're talking about with the patience.
Absolutely.
Waiting for that space in behind. And you've got to have willing runners. Sometimes you can make 50 runs and not get the ball. Spent half my career doing that.
Simon Church and Nathan Blake alongside me. Hoisted ball forward. But Roden deals with that, and then Davis turns away to give Roden more space. Back to Ward, who's so far untroubled. Don't want to speak too soon. Clips it forward, left-footed. Two more. This time he does take the nudge from Brozovic. Falls to the deck.
Yeah,
wins the free kick.
Wales haven't worked it out yet, but their shape is giving Croatia a real problem. Again, Gvardiol wants to go up tight to Brooks, but thinks, well, he's got a number 7 on his back. He's not Harry Wilson, he's not Kiefer Moore. I'm not sure if I should go in that deep, because then he's going in at midfield.
12-all in Paris between France and South Africa in the Rugby World Cup quarter-final. 0-0 here, 8 minutes before half-time. Don't think we've had a physio on yet. Barisic for Croatia, playing from right to left, all in blue. Guardiola moves forward, Mepham into the back of Maya that time. And Maya stayed down. Lovro Maya plays his football in Rennes. He's actually compared with Luka Modric, but only because of the initials are the same.
Because of the Alice band, I was going to say.
I mean, I'm Rob Page.
Wish it was a little bit tall.
Yeah, exactly. I got more hair than Rob Page. So, but don't get going on that again. Well, there's a man from Gibraltar looking for me because I said he was bald on Wednesday.
Disgraceful comment.
Maya clips the ball forward from centre field, but that's gone all the way out. Nico Williams waits for it to hit the corner flag, and it bounces away for a goal kick.
Now when you say digging someone out, that's what he was doing. Digging out a
no, there was I think it was Roy Cipollina. I think he's 40, plays for Gibraltar. And I was just making the point. It was an observation that he was losing a bit on top.
Yeah.
He had a fry attack haircut.
Yeah. Penalty spot, he said.
It's a good angle up there as well, isn't it?
So Amadou scrapping for the ball. As Croatia have the ball in the Wales half now. 0-0. Radio Wales and 5 Sport Extra. European qualifier, Group D. Guardiola rushed. Let's go back to Vida, who's been booked. He's not one of those on 2 yellows. Remember, it's 3 yellow cards to be
Jordan
suspended.
James, Connor Roberts, Brooksy, and when Kiefer comes over, they can really create an overload. They've had like 3v1, 3v2, 4v3, 4v2 so many times. Wales.
So I'm slightly surprised if he's fit. Daniel James isn't playing because he's probably the quickest player Wales has got.
No, but it's still not taking advantage of the overload, Rob.
Yeah,
it's the overload of the pace.
Yeah.
You know, you've got 4v2 sometimes. Take advantage of it. Recognise it.
Modric piercing ball forward, but Mepham is strong and holds off Brekalo.
And wants to give a little shove too. Not happy.
I think having the option of Dan James on the bench as well for the second half, if needed to try and stretch the game, he's there. But Harry Wilson and Brooks have shown a lot of quality in such a short amount of time. I think they're going to be key to this. Maybe the dynamic of playing Daniel James would have changed the whole dynamic of the team. So
big clearance by Ward from the free kick. Barisic heads it out for a throw-in.
I think the difference is with Dan is his final ball can be hit or miss. When he gets it on point, it's fantastic. But I think the likes of Wilson and Brooks will probably deliver a better ball more consistently than Dan. But you're right, he is a great player to have on the bench.
Roberts to the long throw, looking for more. He got the head on, but nobody read it that time. It's with Brozovic, but he's near his left corner flag, chips it forward left-footed, flicked inside, Maya picks it up, Brekalo gets the return ball. Croatia throwing men forward now, but Brekalo has held it up for Brozovic, right side. He chips it forward for Juranovic down that right-hand side. Does that go up for a throw? It did. Oh, the lights was lost his flag.
Yeah, I mean, that all comes from our throw-in. A lovely little flick on by Kiefer Moore, but no runners. No, Brooks stood on his heels, Wilson stood on his heels. They're talking about it now. I'm looking at Kiefer Moore and Harry Wilson talking about it now.
Have you just got to gamble he's always going to win it?
No. You don't gamble all the time, but there's certain. It's called anticipation, Rob. You can see he was clearly going to win that ball, and that's when you're almost guaranteed to get the second ball there.
Like he's won that one against 2, but Croatia have come away with it. And Maya has found Brekalo left side, 10 yards, 15 yards from the penalty area. Shoots right-footed, blocked by Jordan James. And Roberts will intercept, flicks it forward, looking for Brooks, got the wrong side of Brozovic, but Guardiola is there. It's still 0-0 in Turkey, by the way. And Latvia can hold Turkey, that would do everybody a favour. Brozovic for Croatia. Just on halfway, here's Manchester City's Guardiola. Drives it forward, Betham, it ballooned off his head. Moore and Guardiola go to ground. Brozovic, with a crowd of players, it's flicked on. Modric will go back to his goalkeeper, will he? No. Knocks it in centre field. Mepham heads it forward. Guardiola takes the touch. Brooks tries to get in there. Then thumped forward by Guardiola. Mepham wants it to bounce for Ward, who takes it down with his right foot. 0-0.
I have to say, Rob, it's been a better, more organised performance, more disciplined performance from the lads. Look to have a good shape about them, good understanding of what their game plan is.
Clearance by Ward again. Flicked on by Moore. Wilson could be in here, but just got away from him as he tried to get a left-footed flick past the advancing Livakovic.
Juranovic, very good defending, Rob. sticks with the runner, anticipates the flick on, as we just spoke about, and then just leans on Harry.
That's the beauty of having someone like Kiefer Moore. You know, sometimes we can keep it and be patient, but that direct approach sometimes pays off, and that's where either Wilson or Brooks has to gamble. There always has to be at least one that gambles off the back of him. Such a thankless task, but that could turn into that was close to being an opportunity, wasn't it?
Yeah, long pass. You know, people go long ball, but long pass, quickest route to goal sometimes.
So Wales get a breakthrough before half-time. I don't think there's going to be much time added on. Half an hour gone in Paris, 6 try the game, and South Africa leads 17 points to 19.
Sounds like a boring game, Rob, doesn't it?
Like England-Fiji today. Wow.
They've all been pretty good.
So 20 seconds of the 45 to go. Rob Page just checking with the fourth official, who's from Italy, Mr. Matteo Marcenaro. How long is left? We're all about to find out. Can't believe there's going to be too long. In fact, there's nothing added on, because that is half-time. Well, Wales have gone close a couple of times, but they've not been able to get the better of Dominic Livakovic, who's made 2 good saves, but they've got the momentum. It's whether they can make the breakthrough in the second half. Half-time here at the Cardiff City Stadium. Wales 0, Croatia 0.
Well, they're still in this group. Goalless here in Cardiff, also goalless in Konya. Turkey 0, Latvia 0. Turkey did have a goal disallowed. Does mean that Wales are clinging on to those hopes of a top 2 finish. But Nathan Blake and Simon Church, Wales, during large periods of that first half, looked the more likely to score, looked like they're capable of winning this game.
Yeah, and played at times quite clever, sitting back, counter-attack football, and then other times, really pressing high and putting the pressure on. Because we know that, Churchill, you can't press for 45 minutes. You can't. You have to pick and choose your moments. And I think they've done that really, really well that first half.
Simon?
Yeah, I think picking your moments, not just in defensively, but attacking as well. You know, we grew into the game a lot more. James and Ampadu were controlling it, controlling the tempo, and allowing Brooks and Wilson to make those forward runs off keeper Moore kind of opened the game up a lot more. So we had some good chances. The keeper made a couple of good saves, so they've got to be confident.
Yeah, Harry Wilson going close with the free kick, Nico Williams going close with the shot. Before I let you have your half-time coffee, what was interesting, Nathan, is that look, football's obsessed with style and identity and sticking to a way of playing. This is different from Wales, but sometimes is it just about playing what's in front of you to get the result?
No, I think it's a tactical ploy. I think you have to sometimes in games adapt. There's one team we watch week in, week out in the Premier League will play a certain way and are fantastic at it and win 99% of the time. That's very difficult to achieve. I think when you're Wales and you haven't got the high caliber of international player like Croatia, then you have to be adaptable. You have to adapt during the game, and I think they've done that superbly well tonight.
Being negative, Simon, or being pessimistic, shall we say? The old adage, you've got to score when you're on top. Is that a concern going into half-time, that Wales haven't done that?
I don't think it's a concern. I think they'll go in with confidence, knowing that they've come close. They know that playing a bit more direct, getting the runners in behind the ball, getting Brooks and Wilson on the ball, and having those runners off keeper Moore, they'll get chances in the second half. And I think, in important games like we've had in the past, big players have stepped up and taken those chances. And I think, in these situations, those players have to do the same.
Goalless here at Cardiff City Stadium. Wales could really do with a win. A draw wouldn't be the end of the road with the score in Turkey. Still going on in that first half there. Turkey 0, Latvia 0. It still means that Wales have to win their remaining games. They could really do with a victory here. Croatia was 67% possession in that first half, and I think most of that was Luka Modric. Wales with 3 attempts on target. Croatia just the 2. passer and accuracy 90% from Croatia, with 317 passes completed compared to 136. It kind of tells you the approach of the two sides here. Croatia, of course, will be more than happy with a point as they prepare for games against Armenia and Latvia next month, as they attempt to reach Euro 2024. Wales could do with a win, as we say here on BBC Radio Wales Sport and on BBC Radio 5 Sports Extra. Second half commentary to come with Simon Church, Nathan Blake and our football correspondent Rob Phillips. Wales not alone in trying to reach Germany next summer. Of course, plenty of games are going on across Europe tonight in the qualifiers. A big one for Scotland, despite the fact that Steve Clarke's side aren't playing. It's currently goalless in the game between Norway and Spain. Spain and Scotland will qualify if Spain win. A draw would be good enough for Scotland. We'll keep you across that one. Just to bring up to date with some of the other results and news, including the FA Cup first round draw earlier this afternoon. Two Welsh clubs involved, of course. Newport County, they've been paired with National League Oldham. Meanwhile, Wrexham, they'll travel to fellow League Two side Mansfield. They only had a goalless draw in the league 12 days ago. Both those games, of course, and all FA Cup first round games to play on the first weekend of November. Right, earlier today, the Women's Super League was in action. Arsenal came from behind to beat Aston Villa 2-1 at the Emirates. Really a dramatic finish then from Arsenal, who also welcomed back England international Beth Mead after 11 months out with injury. Elsewhere, Manchester United drew 1-1 with Leicester City. Hayley Ladd and Hannah Kane both involved there for Wales manager Gemma Granger to keep an eye on. Manchester City, they're top of the table, 5-0 winners over Lawrence Smith's Bristol City. Also wins for Tottenham and for Everton in the Merseyside derby. Among the highlights, I should say, in today's Women's Welsh Cup, holders and Adran Premier leaders Cardiff women put 14 past Llanelli. Swansea came from behind to knock out Cardiff Met, who beat them in the Adran Premier just a couple of weeks ago. Wrexham scored 13 at Pwllheli to make it into the last 16. Right, I'm glad you're listening. And I hope I'm not going to tempt you to switch over, because there is an amazing game going on in the Rugby World Cup. It's the last of the quarterfinals. 35 minutes gone. It is France 19, South Africa 19. 3 tries apiece in the opening 30 minutes. South African winger Chesley Colby with one of those tries and charging down a French conversion. An incredible game. We will keep you across that. Of course, the winners of that one will face England, who edged past Fiji earlier. Head coach Steve Borthwick wants to keep proving the doubters wrong.
Let's not forget that this team was written off. There was lots of people saying this team wouldn't get out of the group, and then the team tops the group. Then saying we'd lose today, and they won today, and we're going to be written off again. I know this group of players was going to be written off again going into Paris. We'll make sure that we prepare well to do our very best next weekend.
It could be the Northern Hemisphere's only representative in the semi-final if the Springboks continue to surprise France. Meanwhile, of course, there will be no Wales in the semi-finals. Their World Cup run ended by Argentina, of course, yesterday afternoon. But Warren Gatland insists he does want to see out his 5-year contract as head coach. Of course, a contract he signed last December, but it does have a post-World Cup clause.
I'm not actually sure what's in my contract. I think there's a clause from the union, and I'm not too sure what the actual wording is. I haven't actually read it. So,
would you like to take this group through to 2020?
Yeah, absolutely. But if the union want to get rid of me, then they're completely entitled to do that as well. So that's up to them.
We will find out. Of course, if you want more reaction from Wales's defeat to Argentina, if you want to mull over what went wrong, the latest Scrum 5 podcast is available on BBC Sounds. The team out in Marseille, Josh Navidi, Philippa Tatiet and Nicky Robertson joining Gareth Riso, and well worth a listen if you can stomach it. Right, Cricket World Cup going on as well. A big shock today as well, as England suffered a first ever defeat to Afghanistan. It leaves their defence in jeopardy. And finally, Glamorgan all-rounder Gwyn Richards has died at the age of 71. He made more than 200 appearances for the county and appeared in Glamorgan's first limited overs final in 1979. Plenty more stories available for you to peruse over on the BBC Sport Wales website, where there's also live text commentary of this game. Wales against Croatia in the Euro 2024 qualifiers. It is goalless at half time. What a first half it was.
Live football on BBC Radio Wales.
Your team for Welsh sport.
And we are about to get underway at the Cardiff City Stadium. It's knockout football now for Wales as they seek to qualify for another European Championships. Harry Wilson brought down for a free kick just outside the D. Hits it left foot in! Oh, just wide! And I think Livakovic got a touch, he did.
Great effort.
Wilson found by Davis, edge of the penalty area, takes it on left, little back heel for Williams. Williams has a chance to cross, cuts inside, shoots. Oh, Livakovic pushes it wide. A low, rasping drive for Nico Williams.
They play brilliant.
That is half time. Well, Wales have gone close a couple of times, but they've not been able to get the better of Dominic Livakovic, who's made 2 good saves, but they've got the momentum. It's whether they can make the breakthrough in the second half.
Yeah, can they make the breakthrough? Could mean automatic qualification if they can. Remember, Wales win all 3 of their remaining matches, starting tonight, then against Armenia and Turkey next month. Nothing can stop them going to Germany. It's all on the line. Simon Church, the Wales striker, and Nathan Blake, another Wales striker, alongside us, ready for second half commentary. Simon didn't dare leave his commentary point at half time, having had traffic problems earlier on in the day. Look, we've spoken a lot about Wales's first half performance. What about Croatia? We pondered, didn't we, gentlemen, whether they'd be happy enough with the draw. We've been surprised at the way they've set up.
Not really, no. I think the way they wanted to play, the way they wanted to set up, they knew it was going to be a big occasion, especially with the crowd and knowing Wales' situation. I think they've been patient. I think they've tried to take the sting out of the occasion. They haven't been too. They haven't challenged Danny Ward too much. But saying that, they've got enough quality in the team. It just takes one moment, and the boys have to be on it.
Yeah, I think Wales have done a really good job in compressing the game. They played a really high line at the back. The 2 front men, Wilson and Keeper, have just dropped a bit. And like I said in commentary, sometimes there's only 20-25 yards between the back line and front line, which is really frustrating the midfield, especially Modric. I've seen him having to go at a couple of players wanting runs, so I'd expect them to do that this second half. And you only need to get in once or twice. Teams like this only need to create 2 opportunities, and they're likely to take one. So Wales have to be really careful. Danny Ward has to be really sharp, and players like a sweeper keeper, really high line. But I think we've just frustrated them with that.
It's still a joy to watch Luka Modric. I was chatting to a Croatian journalist on Radio Wales Sport on Friday night, and he was talking about not the player he once was. I mean, it just shows what levels he once was, if that's the levels he is now. It's interesting, you played against him, Simon. How big a queue was there for his shirt?
No, there is obviously a huge queue. I mean, just sharing a pitch with him, the way he controls the game. You speak to a lot of professionals that have played against him or with him. They'll all tell you he's one of the best players they've ever played against. And just the way he controls it. How old is he? 30?
You're asking me now. 39.
To play at that level and to continue to boss and control the game at this kind of level at 39 is a credit to him.
And Nathan, to play with him, it must be such a joy, because you can see the Croatian players, whenever they're in trouble, they just look up and look for Luka Modric.
Yeah, it must be such a joy, but there's 1 or 2 strikers out there. It's not so joyous tonight, because I've seen him popping off with them a few times, telling them to make a run, because it's very, very flat. But yeah, wonderful player, wonderful player. I mean, says it all, doesn't it? 170th cap tonight. It's just outrageous.
Rob Phillips is poking his head around.
He's 38.
38. I do apologise, Luca. If Mr. and Mrs. Modric are listening, I apologise. But look, an incredible player. Wales have got a talent of their own as well. And David Brooks, first start for a long, long time. We all know the journey he's been on. But some of the flashes of skill, both of you, have risen this crowd and he's got Croatia worried.
I think he's probably our most important and best attacking option now. I put him just a level above Wilson. I put him a level above James. I really do. I just think, had he not had the struggles he's had in recent years, I think you'd probably be seeing him playing at one of the top clubs either in this country or in another country. But seeing him playing tonight and how well he's playing, it's a beautiful thing.
Well, the players are re-emerging for the start of the second half. Will David Brooks have a final say? Will anyone in red stand up and deliver in a game Rob Page really needs to win? Well, we're going to find out. Don't forget, goalless in that game between Turkey and Latvia. That could have a huge say as well. But Wales can control their own destiny. Let's find out if they can do it with Simon Church, Nathan Blake and our football correspondent Rob Phillips.
Yes, well, there are no changes as far as I can see in the Wales lineup for the start of this second half. But there is a change for Croatia. In fact, there are two changes. So Bejo and Pasalic are coming on. So Pasalic, as is Josip Stanisic. So he's going to right back. Pasalic will go into the left side of midfield, and Bejo is also coming on. So dramatic.
He's gone, Rob.
I'll run you through those substitutions again when we get going, but Wales have Ward in goal, Metham, Roden and Davis, Robertson, Williams, the wing backs, James Ampadu with Wilson and Brooks behind Kiefer Moore. So some really interesting, some interesting changes from the Stanisic actually started, so he's the right back now. He started against Turkey.
Was Brekalo gone?
On Thursday. I think Brekalo has gone as well, yeah.
Yeah. I knew Luka wasn't too happy with him.
Pasalic was replaced by Maya, so he was another one who started on Thursday. Bayo just gets a header in, but he was offside anyway, and he's left Roden on the deck inside his own penalty area. So it's Juranovic, Musa and Brekalo who've made way for Stanisic, Beljo and Pasalic. Bayo made his debut against Turkey as a substitute for Kovacic. He's a big, tall centre forward who plays his football in Augsburg. Ball over the top of the Croatian defence. Wilson's in here. Wilson! Goal for Wales! The Golden Cap gets a golden goal at the start of the second half. Straight ball, helped on by Moore, and Wilson curled a left-footed chip over Livakovic, and it's Wales 1, Croatia 0. The goal has arrived.
What a finish, Rob. As you say, golden cap, golden child on his 50th cap. Beautiful run through. High line by Croatia, does them all, ends up. And a very similar finish to that of Turkey's the other night. Just lifts it over the keeper. Long ball forward. Misjudged, helped on. Good chest control, a lovely little lob. Just give the keeper no chance. In no man's land. Great finish.
What a way to celebrate your 50th cap. 10 years to the day that you made your debut with your 7th goal for your country, and how important could that goal be for Rob Page and Wales? Here goes the half-time team talk in the Croatia dressing room, boys.
We were talking about Harry Wilson's forward runs in the first half, and you know, the way it was, again, a long ball up, Kiefer Moore challenged, Brooksy flicked it on, and Harry Wilson was so composed in front of goal. We've seen so many times in those positions, it's difficult to miss if you overthink about it, but what a finish.
Yeah, what a start to the second half. Chris Wather mentioned it at half-time, Rob, you know, changing the way they've played. They've not played one way, one system. They have been adaptable, and it was a scruffy goal, if you like. A long ball up, a misjudgment by the defender, I have to say, flicked on then by Brooksy, and just great anticipation from Harry Wilson.
Well, of course, the defender was Vido, couldn't take any chances because he was booked for a foul on Wilson as he went through in the first half. Well, that has really got this stadium rocking. The red wall celebrating wildly. Here's Wilson again. He's got Brooks just outside him, trying to find him, but it was cut off. Here's Meyer, runs into red shirts. Jordan James nicks it off him in midfield, and James has to go past Kovacic, and then he drifts past another defender, right hand side, low cross into the box, little Kiefer Moore back heel, but this time it's claimed by Livakovic. Brilliant stuff from Wales.
Yeah, great football that time, Rob. And that right hand side again, said it first half, they create so many overloads down that right hand side. Good ball in, Kiefer Moore tries a little flick.
Berlioz in behind the defence. I thought he looked offside, shoots, but it's blocked by Ben Davis, and it spirals away for Croatia's first corner. You expect them to get some chances, and there's an awful long way to go.
Yeah, Roden had a chance just to take it off him, then just a poor touch.
This is an important period now as well after the goal, you know. You just need to calm down. We talked about being patient, get the leaders in there, make sure there's no silliness going on.
Kovacic goes short to receive from Modric. Modric back across the box. Meyer helps it back under Modric on that left hand side. Meyer's down on the deck now. Wales come away with it. Striding forward is Connor Roberts down the right hand side. Goes inside Barisic. Switches play to Brooks. Wilson wanted it first time forward, but Brooks is going down the left hand side. He's got Nico Williams up ahead of him. Stanisic just intercepts, and then the goalkeeper comes out, and it's all hear 'em, scare 'em stuff. And actually Livakovic got lucky, saved the ball from going out for a corner, but it hit Brooks and drifted out for a Croatia throw in their right back position. Wales playing right to left, leading 1-0 on Radio Wales Sport and 5 Sport Extra. Meyer with the bandaged left wrist is down. Croatia from the throw-in of switch play to their left hand side. Barisic exchanges passes with Meyer. Brozovic, they'll try and calm it down. They won't panic. They didn't panic against Turkey. They just couldn't find a way through when they had possession. Stanisic is pushing forward down this right hand side into Brozovic just outside the Wales box. They don't want to be defending all these minutes left, do they? Modric 25 yards out, slight miscue. Meyer into the Wales box, around the corner ball, and Danny Ward collects. Spain are one up in Norway, except the goal has gone to VAR again. Turkey are 0-0 still with Latvia. And at the moment, Wales are in second place in the group in the live table. But there's only 52 minutes gone.
This result could be huge, Rob. Absolutely huge.
Ward clears long. Stanisic eludes Brooks, comes away from defence, the substitute. Brozovic, he drifts past Moore, and then Kovacic had some pace going forward. Stanisic has come inside from the right hand side, left Meyer to this right wing. Meyer takes on Williams, left footed cross into the box. Roden saw it all the way. Mayer wants it to go out for a throw, but Nico Williams gets there, waits on the touch, falls down. Wales free kick, Simon Church.
That's a great foul. Again, we talked about being patient. We've said it a lot tonight. Defensively, the boys have been great there, and Nico Williams, again, being strong, buying those fouls, important, just kills the game, kills the momentum for Croatia.
Danny Ward, 36th cap tonight. Clears down the left-hand side. Moore comes across, heads it inside. This time Wilson has just been to it. Nico Williams goes past. And I think there was a handball before. Otherwise, Vida might have been in some trouble then, because he was on the deck and brought down Williams.
He seemed to blow up late though, didn't he? The referee. That was handball though.
Maybe so it was. Barisic to Kovacic.
Does mean Croatia are going to have to come up.
They will now.
Harder, Wales. Just give Wales more opportunities to counter them though.
Spain are now one up against Norway in Norway. Brozovic through ball cut out by Amadou, and Wilson is charging forward. He's got Brooks down the right, and he went the wrong way. He played it forward too strong for Kiefer Moore when David Brooks was free down that right hand side. But they are causing problems to that Croatian defence.
Yeah, I think Wilson's gone the wrong option there. You know, he's not dealing with a speed demon. Brooks is more pace, you would say, and was in a better position. Oh, Harry's a bit upset with Kiefer there, but I do think he's taken the wrong option.
Croatia have got the ball though deep in Wales territory. Modric drifts past Amadou, 10 yards from the Wales penalty area. James steps in. Stanisic, they're trying to taunt Wales into making a mistake. Modric cut down by Amadou, wide to Stanisic. Stanisic cross attended, blocked by Nico Williams. Now they're forced back. Bejio's ball back for Stanisic out. Moore is back to put pressure on Brozovic. Kovacic now. Kovacic looks at the ball to Stanisic. Hits it too long, the Manchester City player. Out for a goal kick. Almost cheered like a goal.
Yeah, no, again, a good being patient again. It looks like Brooks is down. That's not ideal either.
No. Tom Bradshaw.
Could it be Daniel James probably?
Well, I'm not sure it is. I'm not sure how fit Daniel James is. There was some talk before the game that maybe picked up a knock. But we shall see. The physios are out with David Brooks. As the Wales players come across, I think there is going to be a change.
I think Wales need to just have a word with each other now, know that there's going to be opportunities. You know, we've already had one or two really good opportunities to counter-attack, with Croatia being desperate to get on level terms and playing, you know, pushing and really getting up high. Wales can break the press, then they're straight at the back line.
Oh no, it is Dan James coming on, you're right. David Brooks steps off to a huge ovation in front of the Ninian stand. Not so much of an ovation from the Croatian fans in the corner. So Daniel James replaces David Brooks. With 57 minutes on the clock. And the one thing Dan James has is pace. Sheer pace.
You can already see Vida twitching a little bit.
You can, yeah. But he won't want to get on a one-to-one run with him, will he? A foot race. Daniel James, unexpectedly, I think, played for an hour or so against Gibraltar on Wednesday after Wes Burns was injured. But he's on for his 47th cap Another one approaching the golden cap territory.
He's done well tonight.
Jordan James has really made a nuisance of himself.
He's been brilliant in that central mid.
As David Brooks walks past our son, Stanisic is through here. Crosses, played back by Bayo from the far post. Jordan James gets above Modric, and then Ampadu clubs the ball away. Only as far as Guardiol. Now Brozovic. Plenty of blue shirts forward. Croatia looking to respond as Brooks walks past the Croatia dugout. And the Red will respond. Wales need help here. They're under pressure, basically for the first time in this game. Croatia starting to find their range with passes. Brozovic again. Infield to Kovacic. Brozovic shoots right-footed, wide of the left-hand post of Danny Ward.
Yeah, I think Joe Roden and Connor Roberts having a word there with each other. I think one of them's got to, as soon as he cuts inside, got to step up even half a yard.
That's the thing with the quality they've got. Sometimes you're going to have to weather the storm. They're going to come at you now, they're going to need a point, they're going to understand the situation.
Borna Barisic is off now, and Borna Soso is on, and Turkey are leading Latvia 1-0. This time there's no VAR. Ball over the top for Stanisic. James is in behind him, picks it up, gets support from Williams if he wants it, can't find him, still holds the ball left hand side. Now Stanisic will be worried. Williams turns away from there. Davis into James, touch for Williams. Williams heads to the byline. Moore waits in the middle for the cross, looking for more. Vida helps it away. Picked up by Williams on the left touchline. James is there as well. This is Daniel James. Clips in right footed. Oh, it's a second! And it's a Harry Wilson death header inside the far post. Wilson is just loving his 50th cap, and it's Wales 2, Croatia 0.
Absolutely fantastic, Rob. Look at the relief on Rob Page's face. Brilliant finish, great football. Very patient, Rob. Had the chance to put it in a few times, didn't. Eventually do put it in. A lovely run by Harry Wilson and a great finish. Like you say, 50 caps, golden child, he's on it. Great ball in.
We've been looking for someone to kind of fill the boots of Gareth Bale, and tonight Harry Wilson has stepped up to the plate. That was a great run, great finish. 2-0.
What a header, Simon Church.
Great header. Sometimes with those ones, all you need is the faintest of touches.
Oh, I think it came off the top of his back or neck. Who cares?
No. He's done that purposely, Rob.
Yeah,
he's hit it with the back of his head rather than the front of his head.
He's just Strikers Union.
No, it's just a skill. Yeah. He's let it go a bit further rather than his forehead. A bit further, just skimming off the back of his head. It's an absolutely great finish.
Well, he's pointing to his head. Yeah, right, okay. Then Connor Roberts. Well, I thought he was taken off the ball then, but 2-0. I mean, my only worry is there's still 29 minutes plus added time to go. But my word.
But if you're Wales, like I said, Rob, there's going to be plenty of space now. You just keep counter-attacking, soaking up pressure, hitting them on the counter-attack. Because as you identified before the game, they've not got a lot of pace at the back. Not being able to get their front men in the game at all.
Here's Davis. And Wales have arguably got all their flyers on now. Moore heads it on. And Sosha helps it back. Livakovic. It's a lovely ball forward, to be fair. Picked out Luka Modric. Stanisic, Brozovic, Modric, Stanisic again. Lunged by Daniel James, and then a really good tackle by Davis. Actually hit it back towards his own defence, but his Tottenham teammate Joe Roder, remember he's on loan at Leeds, spared his blushes, thumped it out for a throw-in, and it's Wales 2, Croatia 0. Do not adjust your sets. And in fact, don't move. If you've been in a certain place for the last hour or so, don't move. I'm very superstitious on stuff like this. And you know Croatia will look to respond. This is a side who are 6th in the world. Oh, lovely play by Nico Williams. Leaves Stanisic. Little step over. Brought down by Mayer, was he? No, referee says no.
He was right as well. He was looking for the foul before he'd actually touched him. Rob, he was on his way down.
But you'd have to say, and then Guardiola, £70-odd million player, knocks the ball straight into the advertising hoarding.
Just mentioning that figure on his head.
Well, I'm just saying, no pressure or anything. Not being nasty, I'm not like that, but you carry a price tag around with you, don't you?
Yeah, that's Ian Rogerson.
I don't, I'm a free. Long throw, looking for more. Moore wins a towering header. Doesn't find a red shirt. Mayer's just caught by Davis as he drifted past. And Croatia hurrying to every ball now. Croatia fans are trying to lift their team. Zlatko Dalic in deep conversation on the side. He's used 4 subs already. Through ball cut out by Ampadu. And then Wilson, he's got James driving for just blocked by the ankle of Brozovic. Otherwise James was away. And you've got to say, Stanisic and Vida have already seen the pace of Daniel James.
Yeah, I think nothing worse for a centre defender. Go 2-0 down, and you've got people who can fly, catch pigeons who are on the pitch. And you're playing against a team who's just sat back, being able to sit deep and defend now and counter-attack you. It leaves little room for sort of mistakes for Croatia now. Defensively, they can't afford to make a mistake, and they need to get back in this game.
2-0 Wales on Radio Wales, 5 Sport Extra. Big boot forward by Mepham. Moore wins the header. Brozovic is there to pick it up after the big Welsh striker. And 2 goals to Harry Wilson on his 50th cap. As Chris told you before the game, his grandfather put money on him being a Welsh international when he was only 18 months old. Peter Edwards put 50 quid on his grandson to play for Wales one day, pocketed him 125,000 when he made his debut in Belgium 10 years ago today. Cross into the Wales box, Roden stooping header away, out for a throw-in. Borna Sosa of Ajax takes it, back to Brozovic. Belia is the big target, he drops short this time. Plays it back to Modric, arcing run across the face of the Wales penalty area. Mayer crosses into the box, goes past everybody. Danger there though for Wales.
Yeah, lovely ball in from Mayer on this right hand side, Rob. Just checks back on his left foot, bends a lovely ball in. It's probably 8 yards from the far post in that perfect area. Missed by 2 Croatia players in the end. Expect one of them to get on the end of it, but ball just drifted out and went out for a goal kick, but a lovely ball in by Mayer.
Striker's dream of a cross, that, wasn't it?
Salivating up here, aren't we?
And that Daniel James cross for Wilson's goal was his 7th assist in the last 9 club and country appearances. He's so important for Wales, even though he's off the bench tonight. Moore flicks on, bounces back to him off Brozovic, goes through the middle, Kiefer Moore takes on Vida, plays the ball back across goal. Wilson had gone near, and it was easy for Livakovic.
Yeah, I think I think he's half expecting Kiefer to turn out there. It's not often you'll see Kiefer drive to the touchline and put a ball across. Just shows the confidence running through this team at the moment.
Mayer causing problems down this right side now, bursts inside past Williams. Kovacic Wide to Sosa on that left-hand side, cross into the middle. Good header away that time by Roden. Roden and Mepham are going to be important now as cross comes in and Ward collects. 2-0 Wales, 68 minutes gone.
Yeah, good handling, wasn't it, from Danny Ward.
Now Davis, James has made a run. Can he keep the ball in? Linesman holds his flag down on the far side. James into the penalty area. Shoots right for it. Calls it past the far post. Never really fancied him.
Why not?
Why not,
son? Why not? Fantastic break. Again, we've spoken about it so often. This counter-attack. I expect Wales more likely to get a third goal than Croatia to get a first. Fantastic run there by Dan James down his left-hand side, cuts inside. He's thinking to himself, first of all, can I pick out Kiefer Moore? There's too many men in the box marking Kiefer. Cuts inside, right-footed and bends it.
Well, it's too early to talk yet, but we've had some special nights at the Cardiff City Stadium, and this is developing nicely. Really developing nicely.
I don't know what it is about nights like this. It just, if you see this performance compared to the others in the campaign, it's on the big nights where we just seem to, at the Cardiff City Stadium, we just seem to turn it on. Cardiff
City Stadium, backs against the wall. Every time they come out fighting, Rob. Long way to go, but, you know, up to now, fantastic performance from this Welsh team.
Amar Rahid rings around the Cardiff City Stadium. Brozovic wide to Stanisic. Back inside to Brozovic. Edge of the box is Modric. Lovely first touch into Stanisic. Brozovic takes over into Modric. Chance here. Plays it across the box. And Jordan James comes back to club it away left-footed and out for a throw-in on Radio Wales and 5 Sport Extra.
And celebrated like he scored a goal, and so he should, Rob. Brilliant anticipation. Great defending. I did expect Modric to take a touch and shoot there.
20 minutes to go, plus whatever David Massa adds on. It'll be 20 hours, it'll seem like, for Rob Page. Ball flicked over the top. Oh, linesman said the ball was out. The return from Dan James. So Stanisic just in front of Zlatko Dalic. Takes the throw. Guardiol, the bearded Guardiol, to Maya. He's come alive in the second half, Maya. Sosa, Kovacic has made a run out left. Mepham followed him. Gets the ball back now. Chips it forward left-footed. Moore goes for it. Guardiol just didn't jump that time, just ushered Moore away.
Kiefer's won everything today. He's been a handful. They haven't been able to cope with him. It's one of those thankless tasks for a striker, centre forward, getting your body in, winning flick-ons. He's done that all night.
Nico Williams has been alert defensively, has a run forward. Now Moore sends it out left for James. James is quick, but he can't quite keep that in.
That's so unlucky, Rob. That's all Wales have to do now. Just sit and counter-attack. Again, so many opportunities.
I almost fell off the seat, that's what it is.
That's why I'm patting you on the back.
Sorry. If I disappear, you know what's happened. 2-0. It's all happening here at the Cardiff City Stadium. 2 goals from Harry Wilson on a massive night for Wales. Still a long way to go, though. 72 minutes on the clock. Croatia come forward again with Brozovic. Shapes up for a right-footed cross. And he does. And he goes out for a goal kick. Now playing his football at Al Nassr after 9 seasons at Inter. And he was the one who developed lying down behind the crocodile, behind the free kick wall. Brozovic.
Okay.
Yeah. Just stick with me, boys. You'll learn something. We haven't done much Croatia trivia yet, have we?
You'll be able to get your words out as well. I'll learn something, I think you're going to say.
Yeah. It was Brozovic, game against Barcelona, blocked Luis Suarez free kick, which deflected onto the bar.
Lovely play again, keeping more. Between 2 players there. Lovely chest control from a goal kick.
Brozovic almost forced off it by James. Did just enough, but then Croatia play the ball out. Davis went to play, but he was so close to the touchline. He thought, no, I'll leave this, go out for a throw-in. Now there's a man in red and white check face there. Do you see that? That's support for you. Next time you turn up, boys, I want to see a dragon on your cheeks. Lovely turn by Moore. Tried to backheel it past Brozovic. Took him out in the end. Go through all the repertoire tonight. The Red Wall, Don't Take Me Home Now. Made famous in Euro 2016. Good move inside by Pasalic. Now it's Stanisic and Brozovic. Modric to the edge of the box. Wales cramming that. Send apart. Pasalic tries to dribble through. Can't do so. Vida comes across under pressure from Kiefer Moore. May have made an angle for him though. Straight inside to Modric. And Wales are being defensively tested now. Well, they won't be by that because Mepham saw that all the way. Roberts runs into traffic, leaves it to James. Clipped away by Roden.
So they weren't able to beat the press there, but that's exactly what I'm talking about, Rob. As soon as they beat that first press, Wales are able to counter-attack every time.
Seems to be hit it further away than normal, don't you? Just to use that pace. Oh, lovely touch into the penalty area. Ward got there, did he? And it just drifts wide from Bailey. I think Ward got a touch inside the 6-yard box.
I think he saved that with his right hand, Rob.
I think he did. It was a great little bit of skill. Croatia have a corner. He might have been offside actually, but Modric takes this corner from the left-hand side. Swept in, comes off Moore's head, and it's an equaliser. It's a goal for Croatia. They've got one back. It was flicked on, and Mario Pasalic, the substitute, gives Croatia hope and adds to Wales' nerves.
Well, they got it all to
2-1.
They got it all to do, Rob. As we say so often, you win the first one on a set piece, you expect to win the second one, but this time it's Kiefer Moore doing the job that you'd want an attacker to do for Croatia. He stretches his neck, he jumps, he stretches his neck, he just can't get enough on it. Skims off the top of the head, and the Croatian Pasalic is there just to knock it in from a yard. Game on.
I noticed Kiefer Moore then said, don't panic. He gave that motion, pushing both arms down as Nico Williams wins a corner. Simon Church.
This is the time to box clever now. You know, you've got to expect Croatia to come at you. It was an unfortunate flick from Kiefer, but they had 2-3 at the back post. They're going to keep coming at you now, so we need to box clever. That counter-attack's going to be on. You just need to be solid, you need to weather the storms, and you need to hit them on the counter-attacks.
Yeah, you want to look at that as well. Why two players were so free at the back stick.
Corner taken short, back to Nico Williams, across to James, back to Roberts. Roberts curls it forward.
Yeah, he's more on it than that. Just be careful here.
Cleared away up to halfway. Roberts helps it forward again. Vida returns it. It's going to break for Joe Roden just inside his own half. White and Nico Williams slipped by Modric. Allows Williams a bit more space. Curls it in looking for Wilson. Vida got there. Just eluded James with the clearance. Vida again. Heads it square. Now he should clear. No, he leaves it back to Stanisic. Wilson putting the pressure on. Stanisic steps out of trouble. Ampadu gets in there.
Unlucky.
But Brozovic is brought down on the edge of the box.
Yeah, it's really good anticipation as well from Ethan there. He read what was coming, made up the ground, just gave away the foul.
2-1. Really nervous now, the Cardiff City Stadium. Modric looks for Bellio. Breaks to Kovacic, overlapping is Sosa, cross into the box, wide from Bellio, acute angle at the near post.
What an opportunity, Rob. So lovely. I'm not sure he's put the ball in. So lovely. Puts it in just to the outside of his left foot. Oh, nonchalantly. From a strange angle. Puts it in the outside of his left foot.
It was an order on that,
yeah,
wasn't it?
It was.
It's what we were talking about earlier as well with Modric. He's playing those clever little balls inside into the front men on the edge of the box, and that's causing problems at the minute.
Yeah, what Wales can't do is just think we're just going to defend now. It's got to keep defending and then pressing at the right time, breaking up play and counter-attacking, because I think they can get a third goal, Wales.
Wilson lobs it forward, looking for Williams. Williams allowed to go on into the penalty area, shoots left-footed, across the face of the 6-yard box. Was it a shot or a cross, I wonder? Well, there was nobody there to turn it in. It's gone out for a throw-in on the Croatia left. It's 2-1 on Radio Wales and 5 Sport Extra.
Looks like
I think that's Nathan Broadhead, isn't it?
Yeah, I think so, Rob. Just been called by Rob Page. Just fresh legs now.
Wales keep them penned in, and then Jordan James just knocks the ball out for a throw-in. They really have to work now.
I'm sure the stadium clock has stopped. I keep looking at it, it's not moving.
Yeah. Modric on the ball again.
Well played, keeper.
Moore got back there. Wilson goes to ground, allowed to play on. Kovacic just shrugged him off, and he's got cramp now, Harry Wilson. So Wales are down to 10. Has to get it up as Mayer thinks about crossing from the right, lays it back to Modric. Modric hooks it across to Sousa on the left. First time ball into the goal scorer, Pasalic. Meppen's gone on to meet him. Pasalic again from that left-hand side. Blocked this time by Connor Roberts, who chases his own block, holds it up on the far touchline and hammers it forward to anywhere. Broadhead is about to come on. This is the man, of course, who got the goal so late on to earn the draw in Croatia in March. And listen to the anthem. So a stadium stands for Harry Wilson, celebrating his 50th cap with 2 goals. Wales still have work to do, but he's done his bit. And how, Nathan Blake?
Yeah, 2 fantastic finishes, Rob. Second one especially, come off the back of his head. Great technique, very, very intelligent play. We just hope that Wales can get over the line now.
They got 10 minutes plus added time to do so. Fair enough substitution, Simon Church?
Yeah, I've been really impressed with him, to be honest, at international level. At club level, he's doing really, really well, and obviously getting his goal the other day will be a huge confidence boost to him as well.
Brozovic and Modric now. Modric not far from the Wales penalty here. Stanisic is wide. Sends Nico Williams the wrong way, cuts it into the middle. Good header away by Roden, out for a corner, which is how Croatia scored their goal. So Wales will have to be alert again. They've got some big men on the pitch now. Pasalic who scored, Bellio. Vida's up from the back. Corner was taken, but the referee had spotted some pushing between Mepham and Vida.
Yeah, just a bit of shoving.
Listen to the ovation for Harry Wilson as he walks past the grandstand in front of us. Corner's being taken from this side as well. Into the middle, headed away. Only as far as Modric. Brozovic. Chant from the Wales fans is to get out. Mayer, lovely ball, inside header to Modric, who fancies shooting left-footed. Sent Williams the wrong way. He did shoot, but Jordan James got his head in the way. Picked up by Sousa on the far side. Blocked, though, by the substitute Nathan Broadhead. Everyone in defensive mode now, apart from Kiefer Moore. Now he's coming back to put pressure on Brozovic. as Croatia work it wide on the right to Pasalic, inside to Brozovic. Brozovic thinks about shooting left-footed, no, holds it up for Modric, clips it past one and fires it high, wide and not too handsomely for Croatia, and out for a goal kick. It's 2-1 with 7 minutes to go in front of a crowd of 31,240 at a fervent Cardiff City Stadium. Simon Church.
Oh, it's a lot worse sitting on this side of the fence, that's for sure, Rob.
Your beard's going grey, by the way. Have I told you?
It's mentally draining, is what it is. Not such the physical, but you feel so mentally drained after these sorts of games.
Ward clears long. Moore takes it down. Can't find Williams though.
Modric is really getting into the game now. That's what we said.
And looks like Turkey may have a second. Well, Broadhead went flying then, no foul. Amadou has it, did enough to intercept. Broadhead again to James. James to Broadhead. And Broadhead charges through the middle now. Goes wide to Amadou. Amadou brought down, free kick.
Yeah, it's good play.
Took a while. Turkey are leading Latvia 2-0, so Wales simply have to hold on to this now.
Really good play. Amadou, it's been magnificent tonight. Just a moment ago when Modric had that little chip over him and volley, it's him who's first out pressing the ball, showing patience defensively and experience, pressing at the right time. Gets down the right hand side this time, wins a free kick, just relieves the pressure for Wales.
10 yards from the left corner of the Croatia penalty area. Nico Williams stands over it, right footed into the middle, came off Vida, bounced away for Stanisic, sorry, and his attempted clearance is blocked by Roden. 2-1 Wales lead. Still 5 minutes to go, plus added time. Amadou wins back possession high, goes short to Williams. Williams tries to drive past a couple of players. Ball breaks to James. James into Moore. Moore into the penalty area. Takes it on. Wins a corner.
Yeah, good play by Moore. Amadou, James. Let's keep the ball down there now. Give yourselves 2 or 3 minutes break. And then really and truly, they're just sailing into the last couple of minutes trying to get over the line.
It's Amadou to take this corner from the left-hand side.
Take it short.
Actually, it's Broadhead, not Amadou. Broadhead takes it. Vakovic punches it from under his crossbar. Connor Roberts almost gets caught. And the break could be on here now. Jordan James gets across there, commits the foul. Oh, actually, there's no... I wonder if the referee was going to give a foul then. He did, and he's booked James as well. Took one for the team then, Jordan James.
Sometimes you have to take one for the team there. I've been really impressed with him today. On such an occasion, so inexperienced to step up and perform how he's performed.
Well, he made his debut in Croatia. This is his 6th cap. He's really been thrust into it. Can Wales hold out? A vital few minutes for their Euros future. Big challenge by Roda, then Daniel James actually wins a header. But Croatia have the ball again inside the Wales half. Brozovic to Modric, pulling the strings. Gets away from Amadou. Kovacic, wide to Sosa, left hand side. Can't get it past Connor Roberts, who takes one in the most painful area for a Croatia corner. Was that you laughing?
I could feel that.
And he's still down, Connor Roberts, and I'm not surprised. Kovacic is showing some concern. 3 minutes to go, but this will add to the added time. Some worried faces in the Wales crowd with their bucket hats. This is all the rage in Wales.
Yeah, they've got to make sure they've got this back stick covered, Rob.
Corner comes in from Modric. 2 Welsh players got up for that. Now Williams on this left hand side looks for James. James is shrugged off it by Stanisic. Got his body in the way. Livakovic plays it short and Croatia will come again. Every minute will seem like an hour. Rob Page turns away to head back to his towards his coaching staff as Croatia come forward again down the left hand side with Modric, the green captain's armband shining in the lights. Stanisic is on the left side of the penalty area, crosses, Amadou heads it away, and then Brozovic brings down James. Actually, I think James won the foot race. Brozovic is booked.
Yeah, he's angry about it, but James, like you say, just switches gears. Only 3 or 4 yards, but is able to just tow it away from Brozovic.
Just chucked himself into it, didn't he?
That's his second booking of the tournament. Remember, it's 3 bookings as Turkey comfortably ease past Latvia. They're now 3 up. But Wales are leading 2-1 here. Hope still lives on of automatic qualification. Remember, they've got Armenia away and then Turkey home in November.
Can you imagine what that game would be like, Rob? If you can get it over the line here, go to Armenia, it will be unreal, this stadium.
More beaten in the air that time, but James helps it forward. That's Jordan James to Nico Williams. Has support from Davis. Clips it down the left touchline. Oh, lovely header inside by Dan James. For more. Runs into traffic. Now Broadhead heads to the penalty area. Tries to hold it up. Gets tackled. Then James helps it to Nico Williams. Thought about shooting. He's tackled as he was about to pull the trigger. And Croatia will come away with it. Sosa, right behind his man, did it go out? No, linesman says it didn't. Kept in by Pasalic, the goal scorer. Sosa continues again down the left-hand side, up against Robertson Broadhead. Kovacic floats the ball across, headed out by Mepham. 5 minutes of added time. 5 minutes for Wales to hold on. Bellew tried to break into the box, thwarted. Cross comes back in again. Jordan James helps it out for a corner. This could be the longest 5 minutes of your lives, folks. It's 2-1 Wales.
Hold on to your hats. Hold on to your hats. Come on, Wales.
Not that we aren't impartial.
No.
Modric corner from the left-hand side, flicked on, hits Kiefer Moore, hammered away. Well, scooped away, really. Dan James scraps for it on halfway. Brozovic is there. Sosa comes back again. Kovacic wide to Modric. Meyer now cleared away by Mepham that time. Out for a throw-in. A Croatia goal now would scupper Wales' dreams as Turkey head for Euro 2024 at the top of the group. It's in the Wales penalty area. Ward catches the ball out of the air. What a good catch that was from Sousa's cross-come shot, and it gets a massive ovation for a fully stretched Danny Ward.
Yeah, because the attacker was in behind him. It's a lovely outside of the football. Danny Ward at full stretch, like plucking cherries.
Davis helps on Ward's scuff clearance. Williams chips it forward, looking for Moore. Moore heads it on, tries to go around Vida, still scrapping with the big Croatian. Vida tries to turn away, but the ball go on. Now Amadou picks it up. Then Modric throws his body in, and Sosa drives forward again. Croatia come back once more. We've played 2 minutes of the added 5. Remember, Wales scored in injury time in Croatia to get a draw. Kovacic holds it up now, just outside the Wales penalty area, threads it into the box. Pasalic! Modric runs it out for a goal kick. Chris Watham's looking the most worried I've seen him since his expenses were rejected.
I'm not even looking at Chris Watham. I'm not looking anywhere but on that pitch. Wales just need to dig in. Another 2.5 minutes. And could you imagine knocking Croatia out on head-to-head score? Wow.
There's still a long way to go yet. At the moment, the live table says Turkey 16 points, Wales 10 points, third place Croatia 10 points. Moore flicks the ball on again, ahead of Brozovic this time. Brozovic and Kovacic and Modric, they all get a touch. 3 minutes of the added, 5 gone, 2 to go. Good challenge by Broadhead, does just enough now. Modric, Moore trying to clip him. Modric still goes. Amadou forces him wide to Stanisic. Stanisic back to Modric, central into the penalty area. Head done by Bellio, cleared away. Dan James thought about going for it. Vida holds it up. Oh, this is excruciating stuff. It's 4-0 to Turkey now. Nepham came out, didn't get the ball. Cross into the Wales box. Flicked on by Pasalic. Bellio header collected by Danny Ward as it bounced up comfortably. And we've got 1 minute and 15 seconds to go. It's 2-1 Wales on Radio Wales and 5 Sport Extra. Take your time, Danny Ward. Take your time.
All the time in the world.
Ward clears long, picks out Daniel James. James trying to send it forward for Moore, but it's cut out by Pasalic. Long ball forward. Ward comes to the edge of his penalty area, runs back towards his byline, allows the ball to trickle into his hands. And there's a plunge for the cameras too.
I think that's it, Rob.
30 seconds, Nate. 30 seconds. Rob Page looks anxious still. Ward hammers it long, this time it's deep. Vida wins the header. James goes to the second ball. Sosa hammers it forward, but there's no one there. And Ben Davis will shepherd this back to Danny Ward again. And another camera dive by Danny Ward. This time he stays prostrate on the ground and lays on the ball. And the referee, all eyes on him now.
That is it.
Ward clears, the final whistle goes! Wales are still alive, looking for automatic qualification into Euro 2024, and the man they've got to thank is the golden boy, Harry Wilson. 50 caps and 2 goals on such a special occasion. The Welsh coaching staff are elated. They hug each other. Rob Page shows all the emotion you'd expect. The noise around him has been deafening, but he stood still. He stood calm. He stood firm, and he's got the squad right behind him. Wales live on. Still work to do. But my word, it's tough for Croatia now. It's finished here. Wales 2, Croatia 0. And Amar Rahid has never sounded so sweet, Nathan Blake.
Never sounded so sweet, Rob. Absolutely fantastic performance. 13 men and the squad, plus that coaching staff. A lot being said before the game. Chris Watham mentioned, does this galvanise? He asked my right-hand man here, does this galvanise the squad? Does this sort of thing galvanise? And clearly on that evidence, on that performance, it has galvanised that team, galvanised them to go over and get themselves a 2-1 win against one of the more fancy teams in the world, let alone Europe. Absolutely fantastic result, and I'm pleased, very, very pleased and proud. Harry Wilson, 2 goals tonight on his golden cap. Absolutely fantastic performance.
You just cannot beat nights like this. It's unbelievable. This is the atmosphere. This is what it's about. Big moments. The players have to turn up. They have to perform. Harry Wilson, Brooks, Kiefer Moore, the defence, the whole team. The atmosphere is amazing, and this is what it's about. There's players on their knees at the end. 1 down, 2 more to go.
Don't write off Wales. Don't write off Rob Page yet. Automatic qualification is still in Wales's hands. It's finished here on another memorable night at the Cardiff City Stadium. Wales 2, Croatia 1.
Who saw that one coming? You can add Croatia to the names of that special list of special nights at Cardiff City Stadium. Belgium, Hungary, Austria, Ukraine. Wales have done it again. Amar O'Heed, they are still here. They're still fighting for European qualification. They are taking it to next month's games. Elsewhere in Group D tonight, Latvia have been beaten 4-0 by Turkey in Konya. Turkey, we think, are officially at Euro 2024, virtue of their better head-to-head. And as I speak, the entire coaching staff and players of Wales are united in a huddle in the centre circle. Ben Davies in the middle, leading a rousing speech, animated the Tottenham captain, a quiet man in the squad. He wasn't quiet there. They talked about a togetherness after some difficult headlines, after some difficult months, and that togetherness was displayed in that performance and displayed in these moments, with thousands of fans here still to witness it and witness a huge win in that bid to qualify automatically for Germany. Let me remind you then, Turkey topped the group on 16 points with 7 games played. Wales with those 2 games next month on 10 points. They can still reach 16. Croatia with 6 games played, also on 10 points. Wales next take on Armenia away in Yerevan on the 18th of November, whereas Croatia go to Latvia. Then 3 days later, Wales back here at the Cardiff City Stadium as they face Turkey. It is all up for grabs now. Wow, Simon Church, you said you were confident. I wasn't sure if you were just saying that to please a Welsh audience, but they didn't half deliver.
We spoke about nights like these where the players have to turn up, they have to perform, and you can feel it in the stadium, you can feel it in the atmosphere. That's why I was like, it was just a big night, and we've proven time after time that these nights are so important for Welsh football. The fans, players, the right players turn up, and what a massive performance at the right time.
Turkey are in the Euro 2024 finals. Wales still have loads to do. They still have to win in Armenia and avenge that defeat in June that looked to have knocked the stuffing out of a bid for the European Championships. They still have to beat Turkey here next month, Nathan Blake. But another night like this, who'd bet against this Wales side right now?
Well, they've got to go to Armenia, as you said, Chris. No matter what, just get a win, right? It doesn't matter how you get it, how you do it, just get a win, and then you come back here. This stadium, like we say, it has become the home of the Welsh football team. It just keeps producing. Fans know, whether they're coming from north, south, east or west, they know they come here and they know they got a job to do at times. Sometimes they can come and be easy, take their time, enjoy the game, but so often they have to come here and produce the sort of atmosphere they have tonight. Wonderful atmosphere, and it's no surprise to me that Wales end up getting over the line yet again.
Technically Armenia can still qualify, so they've still got plenty to play for, so Wales will be wary of that. But as Rob Page salutes the fans alongside the players, well, that manager, as we said, had to answer questions. He raises a fist in the air right now. Nathan, he might as well raise 2 fingers as well.
Well, it makes certain people look silly now, right? Because there needs to be a togetherness. I always say, Chris, in any successful football club, international team, if you've got, diversions, if you've got people splintered and not together and, talking behind each other's backs, cliques within the group, it never works. We've seen it when Gareth Bale come in. We've seen how he just galvanised a group of people, how everyone would say, oh my God, he's a superhero, he's playing for Real Madrid, he just treats me like like I'm a normal guy. He's a normal guy. That galvanised the squad and helped them go on to, many a great night. So I just hope now the whole FAW, everything will come together, galvanise on this performance and go forward.
Wales have beaten Croatia by 2-1. Much more live reaction to come for listeners on Radio Wales, but for those listening on Radio 5 Sports Extra, we can now hand you to Darren Fletcher and Greg Brady with commentary of New England Patriots at Las Vegas Raiders in the NFL. But we are not going anywhere here on BBC Radio Wales. Why would we, after a night like this? I make it, Simon, and you could talk about this because you were there. This is the first time Wales have beaten a side from the top 10 in the world in a competitive game since beating Belgium 3-1 in Euro 2016. You're smiling because I'm bringing back memories straight away, but that puts into perspective the magnitude of this result and the performance.
Yeah, you can feel it. You can feel it before the game. You can feel it now, just the reactions of the crowd and the way the crowd got behind the boys throughout the performances. Kiefer Moore was on his knees at the end. The boys gave it everything. And, in situations like this where these games define history and big things have happened at this stadium in the past. Boys know that. Boys feel comfortable. You can see that tonight. It was a different side. It was a different squad from what we've seen in previous games.
And Rob Phillips was nodding along, checking I got my stats right then.
No, I was the last time you were right in the competitive game, it was Belgium. Of course, they did beat Mexico in a friendly as well, they were 10th in the world at that time.
Friendlies. We're talking about qualifying.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I tell you what I will say, this was one of the best performances under Rob Page as well. Never mind the quality of the opposition that they beat, but this is one of the best. The big performances stand out. Hungary. On that famous night, last gasp night, Turkey in the Euros, in the delayed Euros 2021. This was right up there because, let's be honest, they were making the running for most of the game. It was only when they went 2-0 up that Croatia really got a grip in the game.
And Rob makes a point about the performance, Nathan, and we talked about it at half-time about adapting, playing what's in front of you. Was that the best performance of the Rob Page reign?
I can't remember them all, to be honest with you, mate. I know, listen, we've gone to Euros, been knocked out by Denmark, gone to the World Cup, didn't perform well, but, we've had some fantastic nights. You have to say, getting to a World Cup for the first time in 60-odd years, that has to stand up there with, the best results under Rob Page. No matter how it comes, it's about the result. No one looks tomorrow and says, they had so much possession, or they had a couple of shots, it's 2-1, done, move forward. So for me, fantastic night for Rob. So pleased for him with all the pressure he's under. But yeah, maybe not the best, but it's definitely up there among us.
And I wonder if Harry Wilson was listening before the show, before the kick-off, Simon, on in the dressing room when I'm asking, should we have more from him? And he goes and scores twice.
Again, we've lost Gareth, we've lost Aaron, certainly in this last game, and it takes someone else to step up to the plate now. In such important games, we've had important players come up with the goods, and on his 50th cap to come up with 2 goals in the performance he had, we needed someone to step up, and he was the guy today.
It's called inspired, Chris. It's an inspired performance. He was needed. It's his 50th cap. It's so much. That's the mind of a professional sportsman.
Like when the top players, isn't
when
it?
your
The
back's
top
against
players.
the wall, or when you needed, big performance time, you go and deliver. And I'm just so pleased for not just Harry, but the whole team, the squad, the staff, everybody. Because, like I said, they were under huge pressure.
And under pressure to get it right, Rob Page got his team right. He got everything spot on, did he, Simon?
Yeah, you can see at the end with the huddle, politics are always there in football. There's always going to be talk, there's always going to be things that have been spoken about, but the unity in the team, in the changing room are the biggest thing. You can see that the players have come out and backed him. They won't care what's been said. They won't care what's being said at board level. They won't care what's been said in the media. They know what they had to do today. Rob Page has done a fantastic job to get the boys to perform on a night like that, and fair play to it.
You have to say
I just quibble with one thing. I think they do care about what was said. and that was reflected in the performance. I was told yesterday that the players were furious about the stories coming out around Rob Page, and that has helped push them together.
Yeah, you have to say it's a rarity that we have this situation, right?
Yeah.
Where there seems to be a divide within in the setup in the FAW. That we haven't seen that for probably 8-10 years. You know, it has been plain sailing. Everything's been so good off the pitch. You know, FAW, players, staff, everything has always been going in the right direction. So this is the first time we've seen this in a long time. But, you know, hopefully, like I said, hopefully everybody can get on board behind the manager. It's a transitional period, like he said, and you know what the lads have done tonight is they prove that they can pick up results. They've still got a job to do, but they've now put themselves back in it, and it's back in their hands. That's the fantastic thing.
Roy Keane, don't hold your breath.
Yeah, if you are just joining us, you can listen now to the Wales manager, Rob Page, with Mark Poyser.
Rob, many congratulations. You knew you needed a result tonight, but what a performance from your team.
Yeah, I can't praise them enough, honestly, to go and give a level of performance like that. 7 of that 11 are not playing at the club, and they go and put the jersey on and give a performance like that to the 95th minute against arguably the best midfield three in the world. Young JJ, you know, I could go through all of them. I'm so pleased with it, but we all know in the changing room we are capable of performances like that, and I've just said to the group now, that's it, we're still in it, we're still here, and we're O'Heed.
There's been a lot of speculation about your future over the last couple of months and in the last couple of days as well. Has that galvanised you and your group? Because out there tonight with what you delivered.
Yeah, we honestly try to protect the players from outside noise and nonsense as much as we can. So it don't bother us as a group, honestly. We you know, I think the lads have shown in their actions tonight. Perhaps they were a little bit annoyed by the noise and unnecessary noise that we've had. So there you go. It is what it is. I'm proud of them, and I've just said that level of performance was outstanding.
Incredible night, as you've touched on already. The hard work is still not done, but crucially, it is in your own hands. How significant is that?
We're still in it. We've got two games now, 2 wins. 2 wins to go and get in November. Can't wait to get back on camp already. The boys are buzzing in the changing room, and it's in our hands. So we're looking forward to the next camp.
And if you can replicate tonight, you can definitely go and get those results, can't you?
Well, yeah, that's our reference now. Our reference before that was Croatia away. To go and get a point out there was amazing. To get the points in the manner in which we did tonight, and we could have scored more goals against a top team, is credit to those players. They work their socks off. When we get them on the training pitch, they work their socks off. And another special moment in Cardiff City Stadium again tonight, and I want to thank the supporters. They were outstanding and definitely helped us get across the line.
Well done tonight, Rob.
Cheers.
Thank you.
Wales manager Rob Page speaking with our reporter Mark Poyser after Wales have beaten Croatia by 2-1 to keep alive their hopes and dreams of qualifying directly for next summer's European Championships. If you are just joining us,